Negative 6. So that line's going to become 2 plus negative 6, which okay, I'll write that. Plus negative 6. I'd have to write it that way if I'm going to do it, though. Because we don't ever like to write like those two symbols next to each other without some separation between them. So you can either write it like this, or you can understand that adding a negative number is the same as subtracting. So you can be there. We're almost there. Left to right. 2 take away 6. Negative 4 minus 100. What's negative 4 take away 100? Negative 104. That's it. So that problem I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of work, right? And if I were going back and looking at your work, right, let's just say right here, you would have had this. And then, you know, this would all be different, right? But what if I was going through looking at your work and I saw this right here and everything else you did correctly? How many points do you think I would take off? If this were a 10-point problem and you made that mistake, but everything else was right, how many problems out of 10 do you think I would take off? 1? 1 out of 10? 1 or 2? 3? 0? It would depend. It would depend, I guess, on how I felt. No. See, it's subjective, right? I'm thinking 1 to 2 points off. 1 to 2 points off. Which is why I would encourage you to do it that way as opposed to punching it away, because to me that's an error, but it's not it's not a big deal. I see a lot of other good work. All right, let's see if we can handle another one here. Don't be worried about wasting paper, right? Are we concerned about that? You want to save some trees? Look, you can do digital, right? There you go. You don't have to worry about paper. Are y'all worried about the trees? No answer, huh? I guess not. I guess you don't care. Okay. This division bar, okay? Remember how I said that division bar when I wrote those fractions and I said it was important that big division bar split everything up and it was bad handwriting on my part? Okay, that division bar really is doing this. Now, you wouldn't write this down, but I just want you to see this is what this division bar means. The division bar means separate this numerator completely from the denominator, do them separately completely, and then put them together. So I'm supposed to do everything up in the numerator first, then everything in the denominator next, then put them together. But I'm not going to write it this way. I'm just going to work these out right here. So I'm going to ignore the denominator, bless you, and I'm going to do what's up here. So I'm going to do exponents first, 7 cubed. 7 times 7 times 7. So you get your calculator out, okay? I mean, not everyone here is going to know what 7 cubed is. What do you got? What do you got? 341? Yeah, okay. I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. And then plus, can I do the 2 times 4 now? Yeah, I could. I mean, as long I'm doing order of operations, I do that and this separately, then put them together. So I think I'll do 2 times 4 is 8. On the bottom, I'll do that. What do you have down there? 14? Add up the top. 351 over 14. Does 351 go into 14? I'm sorry, does 14 go into 351, or is there any number that goes into both? I don't think so. The only numbers that could possibly go in are what? 2, because 14 is 2 times 7, right? So 2 doesn't go in each one of these. And 7, those are the only factors of 14. So 7 doesn't go into 351. So we're done. Now these get kind of messy, all right? They get fairly messy. And I think because this is the first day, I'd like to see how you handle these topics. Because, again, these are review topics. These are not like, welcome, this is the first time you've ever seen this. You should have some exposure to this. So I think it would be good exercise for you to go home and do these homework problems. What I'm going to say is on your homework, you're going to do on homework where does it start? Simplify, yeah, 7. Homework. Stop at page 12, part B. So for the homework, it'll say on their homework, let me show you up here. All right, so when you get to the homework problems, it'll say it up here, homework, fractions. So there's fractions with some word problems. And then the next one, page, I think it starts on 11, is homework, order of operations. So you're going to do those. But when you get to part B, it says solve the following equations. Don't do those. That's where we'll pick up next class. We're going to solve equations. But I want you to do all of these. And see, those look pretty ugly. Some of those are pretty nasty. But you just follow your order of operations, and you should be all right. I expect to have questions next class when we start, like, can you help with number 12 or whatever it is? Where's the sign-in sheet? Did that get around to everybody? Does everyone understand what they're supposed to do for next class? Have all that homework done?
7 to 12.
What's that?
Pages 7 to 12.
I don't know if it's 7. Let me look right here. 7 to 11. Order of operations.
Yeah, that section B starts on.
Yeah. So page 7 has your homework for fractions. And then page 11 has the homework for order of operations and linear equations.
Just those 2 pages.
Just those 2 pages. Yep. All right, everyone, have a good day. Have a good day, sir. You too. Yes.
The scientific calculator required for this one?
What's that?
The scientific calculator is a T81 already for. Is that required?
What do you have?
I don't have anything.
You don't have. This is what you're supposed to have.
Okay.
It's just scientific, though, is really what you need. But if you're going to go buy scientific, I would just get this one. You should be able to get that for like 10, 12 bucks.
Okay.
It's in the syllabus, TI 30XS. Let me turn off my camera real quick.